Today we got an insane update on Mavuika's kit, and if these details turn out to be true, Mavuika might just be the most overpowered character we've seen in Genshin so far. To put it simply, she could combine the abilities of all the Natlan characters in one. So in this video, I'll break down all the new info we've learned about Mavuika, and that's not all. Just a few hours ago, Uncle 404 shared some updates on the next playable Harbingers, and I'll cover those as well. If you want to save up to 20% on Shalonen or Chiori banners, visit lootbar.gg. I will buy the 6,480 Genesis Crystals pack for $82, which costs $100 in the game. All I need to do is enter my UID and choose a server. Since every top-up goes through Genshin top-up channels, I received the double amount of Genesis Crystals for my first purchase and saved $18 on top of that. Lootbar has more than 4,000 5-star reviews. I used Lootbar to send dozens of welcomes from my giveaways, so I can personally recommend it. Use my link in the description to get an additional 5% discount. The info comes from Iris and Uncle Something in Chinese characters. However, keep in mind that this is early information, so some details might change before the final release. Now here's the exciting part. Mavuika's Night Soul exploration mechanic is her motorcycle, and it's unlike anything we've seen in the game. This bike combines the abilities of every Natlan character's Night Soul mechanic. With it, Mavuika can fly like Chaska, hover like Auroron, climb walls like Kachina and Zilonen, walk on water like Mualani, move quickly on land like Zilonen, shoot rope hooks like Kinich. One cool comparison we can make is between Mavuika and Furina. Just like how Furina's kit combines both Uxia and Numa elements in her abilities, Mavuika's Night Soul mechanic seems to combine the exploration tools of all the Natlan characters. From flying and climbing to walking on water, her bike offers the full package. Earlier, there were rumors that Mavuika might have a bike in her kit, and now, with Chaska flying on a revolver in beta, it looks like Mavuika's bike is almost certain to be part of her abilities. The fact that Mavuika's bike can fly and travel over water feels more like something straight out of Honkai Star Rail than Genshin, right? But it seems like miHoYo is pushing boundaries and trying something completely new with Natlan. Honestly, I think this could be a really exciting direction for the game, and knowing miHoYo, they rarely disappoint when introducing new mechanics. Let's move on to what we know about the rest of Mavuika's kit. Mavuika is a 5-star Pyro Claymore user, and her kit seems incredibly versatile. According to info from Fowl, Mavuika's skill has several states. Fast Press performs cooperative attacks, Long Press grants infusion, buffing her attacks. Both options consume Night Spirit points, which likely means her skill will be tied to her bike. Her Elemental Burst is a single hit that deals damage every 2 seconds, so you'll have consistent burst damage over time. According to another insider, Mavuika is being compared to a Deya Pro Max. Honestly, I can't wait for the 5.2 release, and the reason is simple. The beta for 5.3 will begin. Version 5.3 is the end of the Natlan Archon quest, which means that Mavuika will be released in this update. Update 5.2 is set to release on November 20th, while Mavuika's release is expected on January 1st, 2025. Now, let's talk about the new info from Uncle 404. This was posted by HXG, but there's a note to take this info with caution, as it might not be the real Uncle 404, so take it with a grain of salt. With that said, here's what we've learned. Columbina and Sandrone are reportedly playable. As someone who loves Sandrone, I'm really happy to hear this. We also got news that Child will receive a lore buff in the future, so he probably won't remain the lowest ranked Harbinger, which should be very interesting. Unfortunately or fortunately, it seems Dottore is most likely not going to be playable, but I won't go into the reasons why. That's only 20% of the info that was shared. The rest contains huge story leaks, which I won't include here. If you're interested, you'll have to look it up yourself. That's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about Mavuika combining all the Natlan characters' Night Soul mechanics. And if you want to save up to 20% on Genesis Crystals, visit lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.